A joy-filled, last-minute Christmas shopping expedition turned into a nightmare when a homemade pipe bomb went off near the checkout counter in this supermarket at 1:45. A 35-year-old man died instantly as the explosion ripped through the crowded store. 7 seconds later, a second pipe bomb exploded in a plastic litter bin outside a nearby pharmacy.
It was not like today. It was very, very nice day. When I go out, I met my sister-in-law. How are you? Oh, I'm fine, and yourself? So she said to me, please accompany me to ShopRite. I said, no, I don't want to go to ShopRite because I know it's full of people in ShopRite, so I don't want to go there. She asked me for 3 times. I said to her, hey, I don't want to go there. Then we go together. When I get inside at ShopRite, I hear a bad smelling. The people are so happy. I remember there was the CD was playing there, Macarena, so everybody was happy. I said, what is bad smelling here? No one is answering me because all the people are happy. Then I get inside. I take the groceries. I go to the teller. I pick up 300 rand and then I give to the lady. It is where I didn't know what happened.
The Christmas Eve 1996 Worcester bombing is one of the traumatic events that happened in this town. It's the first time in the history of Worcester that we were put on all radio stations and all TV, and we had politicians and ministers coming. And as you know, it was a time of festivities. And Olga's story is one that we said that the Worcester bombing or the Christmas Eve bombing should be used as a catalyst to say to South Africa and the world that although that her life was nearly destroyed, and other Worcesterians' life was destroyed, some children died and some adults died, that Olga stood up to say is that she wanted to face a reality. And the reality was meeting up with the perpetrator.
I read the paper. Die bomplanter moet sit. No, ek luister van die. Ek lees van die. Oh, these people have been in jail for many years, but we didn't know about that. We didn't know about the case. We did not be notified, anything. I was so surprised. I said, no, I will keep this paper because I was still writing to the parliament to know about my rights, because I was writing for my own, saying, I want to know my rights. It was on Tuesday, getting the call saying, we have been invited here at IJR in Zanukanyo IJR. I go there at Zanukanyo. They say, Olga, did you know why we are here? I said, no, I didn't know. They say, did you know Stephens is going to appear in court for the amnesty? I said, amnesty? It won't happen. When we came in, the management of the prison were there, the social workers, and us, Mrs. Jobson, Tony, Richard, Mrs. Lom, Mr. Sibeko, and Mrs. Ndamoy were there. We enter inside. When we sit down, he introduced himself. No, I'm Stephens Kotsie. I was so surprised. Really, I was so surprised. The people there asked him the questions. Mr. Sibeko asked him, Mrs. Lowe asked him, Mrs. Ndamoy asked him the questions. I just keep quiet because I have a shock. The first questions I asked him, I said, Stephens, I don't know you, you don't know me. But why you did this to me? He said, no, Olga, I'm another Stephens now. I changed my life. I said to him, Stephens, whether all the story you told me, whether it's true, whether it's not true, it's up to you. From now on, I forgive you. Stand up and hug him. Everybody at that time was crying in the house. Everybody was crying because they didn't believe that I'm going to forgive Stephens.
The Restitution Foundation initiated the Worcester Hope and Reconciliation process about 3 years ago. And when we started with the process, we realized that the story of Olga's visit to Stefan's Coetzee was a very important story that can actually unify the rest of the Worcester community. Olga visiting Stefan's Coetzee made it very clear to all of us, if it was possible for her and Coetzee to reconcile, it would be possible for everybody in the Worcester community to reconcile.
Now I'm part of the steering committee of Worcester Hope and Reconciliation process. I'm in the steering committee. So I'm happy to be there because I expressed myself there. And I also expressed myself for the other victims. And in Pretoria, I said to the management of Pretoria, when I was in Pretoria, I said, please management, can you please transfer Stephens to Worcester so that the other victims can meet him. Maybe they can change like myself as I change, you know.
The work of reconciliation is not easy, in the sense that reconciliation is not such a popular concept when people are experiencing hardship economically and socio-economically and socio-politically, especially since the loss of the momentum of the TRC. So when you find people like Mama Olga, you know, who's known by some of our participants, they need really to be given a lot of acknowledgement for the work that they're doing.
Olga Macingwane's story is one of those that make me proud to be a South African. The Institute for Justice and Reconciliation was founded in the year 2000, just after the conclusion of the Truth Commission process, precisely so that the nation would not forget stories such as Olga's, and to keep that in mind as we forge our way ahead. The Reconciliation Award has, we award to individuals, to institutions, to communities each year that inspire us and teach us about reconciliation. And some outstanding South Africans have been awarded this prize in the past. Brigadier Bam, Tim Modise, Peter Dirk Uys, Albie Sachs. And Olga Macingwane takes her rightful place amongst these giants as one of those South Africans that inspires us, precisely because she's taught us so much about that most elusive goal of reconciliation, which is knitting together communities at the grassroots level.
When I see Stephens, I see a child of God. That is why I decided to reconcile, to forgive him. My hope is that one day Stephens must come out. And I said to him, Stephens, when you come out, you must come out and we can work together. We can take and lead this South Africa. I want to see the peace.
Says Olga, South Africans agree, black and white, rich and poor, men and women, that we need the kind of leadership that you are providing. And we are proud tonight as the Institute for Justice and Reconciliation to honor you. We'll keep learning from you and we'll keep walking with you as we forge our way ahead in good days and bad. Congratulations.